Today at Xerocon San Francisco, we've got former monk, now entrepreneur, Dandapani joining us. How are you, Dandapani?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. Thanks for having me at Xerocon, it's been wonderful.
So you've just come off stage with your keynote. Tell me, one of the things that you spoke about was how we need to be more conscious with where we devote our energy.
Yes.
And you used, in a room of accountants, an analogy about cash. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Right, well, first of all, we should start by saying that energy is finite, because throughout the day we invest energy into people and things, and then by the end of the day we get exhausted because we run out of energy. So it's a finite resource, just like cash, like money. So it's really easy talking to accountants because they understand about managing money. And so take the same principle. I always tell people, treat energy the same way you treat money. It's a finite resource that needs to be wisely managed, wisely reallocated, and wisely invested. So evaluate who and what you're putting your energy into throughout the day.
The other thing that you touched on was developing willpower. And
yes,
it's something that I know I struggle with a lot, is my willpower. I always go for the chocolate when I shouldn't, and that sort of thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing in little portions, right? But you spoke about how it's something that really, like concentration, needs to be practiced and built up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the one thing about willpower that people don't realize. Willpower, you could simply define it as being a mental muscle, right? And like any muscle in your body, you can actually develop it. You can go to the gym and work on your biceps and have big Arnie biceps. And the willpower is the same way as well. You can actually develop willpower, and one of the easiest ways to develop willpower is to finish what you begin. So every time you complete something, you're actually building will, because it takes more effort at the end of a project than at the beginning of a project. At the start, everybody's inspired. Let's do Xerocon San Francisco, it's going to be fun. And halfway through it, you're like, whose bloody idea was this, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a lot more willpower at the end to actually finish it, put it all together, and then do it a little better than you think you can, right? It takes a lot of effort, and that effort is developing will. So if you try and develop will throughout the day, then after a few months you'll really have a lot of willpower, and then every time you see that chocolate you can go, I don't need it.
So you're also going to be speaking at Xerocon South in Brisbane in a few weeks' time.
Yes, really looking forward to that.
Now, tell me, why are you speaking at an accounting and bookkeeping
I have no
conference?
idea. Why did they call me?
I think part of it is because the industry is going through so much change at the moment.
Yes.
And I guess change management is a big thing that you talk about.
Right, and one of the big things that I talk about, when I had spoken to Andy Lark, before even coming here and to Penny Elmsley and stuff, and one of the concerns, I think, and concerns in a lot of companies is the lack of ability for people to focus, right? So one of the things I touched on today is that we get told to concentrate, but we never get taught how to concentrate. So we go around hoping that our employees, our team members, our clients can really focus, but nobody teaches them how to do it. And so many companies are looking to be more productive, to be more efficient, and they get apps and they download this and that. But they forget the most basic thing, which is to actually learn how to concentrate, right? You're trying to find apps and all kinds of things to patch a problem rather than figure out the solution, which is actually learn how to concentrate. Then you become more effective, more productive, and I think that was one of the big things that they wanted me to convey, was to actually show people a way to concentrate, to improve their lives.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Right. There we go.